Yeah.
Susie is going to let you know. There, that's fine.
Like a reserve.
I know. In case you don't know.
Yeah, exactly. You know, yeah. Quick picture of you and then run over there.
Especially down in South City. So, down there.
It's hard to say, you know,
Yeah,
with everything changing, it's hard to keep track.
yeah. Yeah.
Last week,
Yeah.
that's why I'm here. The rigor stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, so I don't know. Yeah, no, I know. Look that up. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I can think of it before. So, because that's what I'm trying to like about past years.
Please rise as the students come in. Please be seated. Good afternoon. I'm extremely pleased to welcome you to the Medical College of Wisconsin, Green Bay. For some of you, it's coming home. For others, it's the opportunity to see one of these young people start the beginning of their medical career. I want to personally welcome the students, our new students, our current students, their families, guests, my colleagues from the local community who help us teach the students, Dr. John R. Raymond, Senior President and Chief Executive Officer of the Medical College of Wisconsin, and Dr. Joe Kirschner, Provost and Executive Vice President, and the Julia A. Eline, M.A., Dean of the School of Medicine. Thank you for joining us. I also want to extend a warm welcome to those watching at home who are accessing the ceremony tonight. Many of them are in the office working today, and I want to thank you for all your efforts in being a part of this, certainly in a virtual way, but we feel your presence in the room as you join us later this evening online. We spent the last week introducing the new students to MCW-Green Bay, to the community. They wandered around the campus, got settled in their places, but today they take that first public step, that one that says, I'm going to invest the energy, the time, the dedication to become a physician. This is it. This is the moment. Taking up that white coat, dedicating themselves to becoming a healer, dedicating the near term of their future to that studying, that testing, that personal growth that is the future. This ceremony is a smaller ceremony. It's a gathering of the physicians to welcome the students to the profession of medicine as a trainee. Small, intimate ceremony here in Green Bay. Families, guests, but it's really meant to be that welcome from those who will teach and those who've gone before in medicine. There'll be some folks coding today that I want to say a special thanks and welcome to, who are students in our class. And Julie will be speaking later, and several of our graduates from the first and second class are here. It's especially nice to have them back home, not only working in the community, but some of them headed this direction in the future. Our purpose together this afternoon is to convey to the new students our expectations, our dreams for your future, our commitment to your success. It's the prelude really to the story of your career in medicine. The story you begin writing this afternoon, your commitment to serving others through knowledge, through science, through the humanistic traits, the touch of the human hand. That's what you begin today. And it's why all these folks have joined us. Others, as I mentioned, have gone before you. They're here to celebrate your beginning. The teachers, we've got some of them here today. They're part of the coding. It all comes together over time. And it's part of that special piece that is Green Bay and the teaching model we have here. The Green Bay graduates who are here with us today, in their studies, they set the bar high. Good success, they're thriving in their careers. Together with the community, quite honestly, they shouldered the burden of building this campus. In the beginning, when they first started, the journey wasn't so smooth some days. We had to figure things out on the way as we went that road together. They studied medicine, they helped lay the foundation for this story, and now they're turning it over to you to write the next few chapters. I'm hopeful, and I trust that you'll honor their diligence with your studies and your commitment to the high ideals of medicine. MCW-Green Bay incorporates MCW's best traditions by enhancing that learning environment with a small focused cohort, innovation, advanced uses of technology. What you make of this opportunity as medical students depends on you. The opportunity, the environment, your growth, your commitment, that's what will make the difference. The energy you invest in your education will determine your level of personal success. No one here in this room who's gone before you will suggest that medical school is easy. Only that the reward for your achievement provides a satisfaction in your career, in your professional life, and in your future that's shared by very few other professions. We've chosen you. This week we've gotten to know each other. You've chosen us. And we begin building that future together this afternoon. I would now ask Dr. Joe Kirshner to provide some welcome remarks in the history of the white coat ceremony. Joe?
Thank you, Dr. Hunziker, and welcome to everybody. Certainly to our students, families, guests. What a great afternoon. Congratulations to you all. I love this day. One of the reasons I love it is because I look out upon you and I know that each and every one of you has a little bit of imposter syndrome still. I know you've had a week here and you're starting to hopefully sweep that out of the halls, but all of us all of us that have ever sat in those seats has felt that. And I love it too, because I can stand here and tell you with absolute certainty that you all are going to do amazing things. You all are going to make it. As Dr. Hunziker said, there's going to be some tough times, but there's going to be a lot of great times. And I'm going to have a chance to greet you in not so distant a future to say, congratulations, you really have made it. This is the first of many great days in your careers as physicians. Dr. Hunziker highlighted a few things, and one of the things that's been fun to me, when President Raymond came to the Medical College of Wisconsin and had this idea of regional campuses, it was really built upon a new model for medical education. And through Dr. Hunziker and his team's leadership and this community that's here with you today, they've built upon that success. And we've really crossed over that bridge several times. And it's been fun to see that maturation. For me, it's getting more fun. Some would say it's because I'm getting older. That's true. As I tell my kids when they tell me that, the alternatives aren't great to that, though. So, but as I get older, I actually know students who are coming to our regional campuses now. I've known them through their whole time as undergrads. I've met them, some of them, as they've come through high school and joined our campuses. And not too many years ago, I wasn't able to say that. So. Dr. Hunziker does have a script for me, and I'm supposed to stick a little bit to it. But as some in the audience know, I'll go off script every once in a while. So I just want us to also start, though, with an acknowledgement of those people that are in the room. Nobody gets to this point. No one gets to this point without the support of loved ones, family, others in your lives. So please give a round of applause to everybody who's helped you on this journey. I want to also acknowledge the invaluable assistance of our health systems and academic partners in the region, as well as our MCW-Green Bay Community Advisory Board, who share our commitment to strengthening Northeast Wisconsin's healthcare needs. We anticipate that this continuing commitment to collaboration will result in a steady supply of new physicians to serve the people of Wisconsin. In addition to our academic, clinical, and community partners, we are grateful to those donors who share our vision and whose gifts are providing scholarship support, helping to recruit and retain leading faculty members, and have created state-of-the-art teaching facilities for the region's next generation of physicians. We look forward to continuing this exciting journey with all of you, but most especially our medical students who are here with us today. As I mentioned, today is a first step in a journey that's going to have many, many great successes for you. And I just want you to take a moment to soak in the pride, not the false pride, but the real pride of having achieved this. All of you have thought about this for a long time. You've all climbed many, many mountains to get here. So be proud of that fact. We sometimes talk about Midwest nice, and that's great. We here in Wisconsin like to be humble in our successes, but it's okay to also take some pride in what you've already accomplished. And also to use that pride to propel you to succeed in what is to come. This event celebrates the induction of the class of 2025 into the medical profession. Today, each incoming medical student will receive a white coat, accompanied by a written card as a gift from a member of the Wisconsin Medical Society, an organization which has been a longstanding supporter of this ceremony. These coats are an outward sign of the commitment of our future physicians to compassionate care for their patients and their commitment to scientific proficiency. Today marks the 23rd annual white coat ceremony for the Medical College of Wisconsin. But as Matt said, I was going to give you a little history, and if you read a few of my Monday morning coffees in the next several years that you're here, you'll get a little more history lessons. But in the 19th century, respect for the certainty of science was in stark contrast to some of the uncertainties of 19th century medicine. And to emphasize the transition to the more scientific approach of modern medicine of the time, physicians sought to represent themselves as scientists and began to wear the most recognizable symbol of the scientist, the white laboratory coat. And eventually this led to overwhelming association of the white coat with medicine. Although there's some lack of clarity over where the first white coat ceremony originated, the vision behind it has been attributed to Dr. Arnold Gold, who in 1993 instituted a white coat ceremony at Columbia University College of Physicians and Surgeons in New York. Dr. Gold believed that medical students should be given well-defined guidelines regarding the expectations and responsibilities appropriate for the medical profession prior to their first day of education and training. He believed that a declaration of commitment when students accept the obligations of our profession should be taken at the beginning of medical school, not at the end. The white coat marks your induction into the medical profession and the transition to becoming a part of the clinical team. It symbolizes the vow to provide comprehensive and compassionate patient care, the oath to define each patient as a person, not their illness, and the promise to keep the patient's best interests at your heart at all times. The white coat ceremony signifies the beginning of your career as a medical student. This ceremony joins the symbol of the white coat with the virtues of altruism, responsibility, duty, honor, respect, compassion, character, and caring. There are many privileges that come with helping to lead a medical school, and none of them is more precious to me than being granted the opportunity to welcome the next generation of healers every summer, to be allowed the privilege of watching their unbridled enthusiasm and optimism, to witness their talents blossom into a reality that gives me great comfort, knowing that our health, in the most global of senses, is in wonderful hands. I look forward to sharing many more milestone events with you during your time here at MCW. I greatly anticipate that moment in a few short years from now when we shake hands on a different stage. I know that your careers will bring great promise and build upon the wonderful tradition that is MCW. I would like to welcome our next speaker, Dr. Wendy Malaska. Dr. Malaska is the president of the Wisconsin Medical Society.
Thank you. I am so honored to be here, and congratulations, students. As current president of the Wisconsin Medical Society, I'm here representing the society's members throughout our state and also the Wisconsin Medical Society Foundation. Our White Coat campaign helped to provide the coats that you'll be putting on today. I would like to express our sincerest welcome to this profession of medicine. Seems like only yesterday we all wax on, but it was 25 years ago. I was on stage donning my white coat, and I remember what a thrill and an honor it was to put on that coat, and how it was a little bit intimidating as well. The path you have chosen will be arduous, but also oh so fulfilling. You will have the privilege of caring for your fellow human beings and being there with them on some of the best and worst days of their lives. These coats that you wear today are gifts from us physicians who have come before you. They were donated through the Wisconsin Medical Society Foundation's White Coat campaign, and they symbolize the hard work, honesty, integrity, dedication, humility, and compassion that it takes to become a doctor. But they also symbolize the community of physicians you are now joining. There's a note from each physician who donated a coat with words of encouragement. Know that we are here to act as mentors, supporters, and cheerleaders as you strive to become the outstanding physicians that you are set out to be. While there are currently many challenges facing medicine and our healthcare system, know that the Wisconsin Medical Society is here as part of your professional family, and that as a society, we, and now you, will continue to work to improve the health of the people of Wisconsin by supporting and strengthening physicians' ability to practice high-quality patient care in a changing environment. This includes to continuing to advocate on behalf of medical students, residents, and physicians so that we can continue to be fulfilled by our career choice. Physicians are often the leaders of their communities, and we can do so much more when we work together. And so I look forward to working with all of you as you progress through this amazing journey. Congratulations, student doctors.
Thank you, Dr. Malaska. I would ask the current students to please stand. We owe you a bit of an apology. It's not in the script. Dr. Kirscher and I sometimes go outside the script. The last 2 years have been tough. You didn't have this ceremony. Your white coats were awarded in a smaller room, smaller way. This is partly for you today, too. You've experienced the demands of medical school firsthand. The pandemic complicated your lives, your educations. Days you could be in school, days you couldn't. tests, vaccinations. It's all been a part of it. Long days, late nights, makeup days, unexpected challenges, all part of the deal. You've helped create a culture of determination, excellence, and compassion. That spirit of resilience, it's woven deeply into the fabric of this campus. It was here before, but you've strengthened it with the way you've conducted yourselves over the last 2 years. We appreciate your collaboration. We've weathered that storm together. We emerge a bit from that as we see the trailing edge, we hope, of the pandemic. I'm asking you now to share that resilience with the incoming class, to know what it's like to be in your apartment for days and need someone to talk to. Know that you just hope somebody knows your name, that you get to know your peers someday. I'm asking you to extend that hand to the new students. I'm asking you to befriend them, mentor them, build the friendships and the deep regard that was more difficult to achieve the last 2 years because of some of the separation and the classroom arrangements and things. Lockdowns have slowed, we've lifted things, we're in a different time. I'm going to ask that the professional and social support that makes a smaller campus a special place be ever evident in great measure over the next few months. I need you to help us solidify those traditions again. Acceptance, excellence. Everybody gets to be who they are as they become a physician. The commitment, the promotion of the mental wellness, taking care of each other, making that extra call and checking on people. That's what I need from you guys. I know each of you and have watched you over the last couple of years. I'd ask you to renew your commitment today, and can you develop the competence, the confidence, and show that and instill that in the new students as they begin. I pledge to you, the faculty and the staff, MCW, we'll continue to work hard every day to support you, but I need you to strive for daily excellence, care about those who come after you, each of them, without exception. That's your contribution to the incoming class, as others have done for you. Please join me in recognizing the current students in their efforts thus far. You may be seated. Each year, MCW students are invited to nominate their peers for selection to the Gold Humanism Honor Society. The society recognizes individuals who are exemplars of humanistic patient care, who serve as role models, mentors, and leaders in medicine. This afternoon, I'm pleased to recognize 5 M3 students who are nominated by their peers and selected by a committee of the faculty of MCW for induction into this prestigious society. They will join the ranks of healthcare professionals nationwide who have shown extraordinary commitment to humanism in medicine. I would ask the following students to come forward and to receive their society pin. Riley Kuhn, Khadija Eno, Emma Lanke, Patrick Vosters. I would also recognize Juliet Lucas, who was not able to be with us today, but was also a recipient of the award. Come on up. With the Gold Humanism Society, there is a pledge to its members. I would ask that as I share the line, that you repeat it as well. I pledge by all that I hold dear as a physician. I will care for my patients with compassion, respect, empathy, integrity, and clinical excellence. I will listen to my patients with my whole being. I will advocate for each patient as a unique individual. I will serve as a role model and mentor to promote humanism in healthcare. I will remember always the healing power of acts of caring. I will dedicate myself to joining with others to make healthcare optimal for all. Congratulations to each of you. Well, it's that part in the ceremony where the focus is on you. For each of you who has made a choice to dedicate your lives to become physicians, as we've said, this is a special day. Many of us remember a white coat. Some of us are too old to have gotten a white coat in a ceremony. We got it, I think we checked in at med school. As we think about this day, it's a noble profession. You'll become confident healer, scientist, and a friend to your patients. At times they'll be well. At times they will be sick, and sadly, in some cases, at the end of the science, you'll provide only comfort and companionship. The words used to describe the role of physician are incomplete when compared to the actual work. The lifestyle physicians commit to, the sacrifices they and their family often make to be in the patient care arena and take care of people who are suffering is different. That's balanced with the joy, delivering babies, caring for families, helping them recover their health. It's a balance that we all seek in our professional careers. To be assured, there is much challenge, growth, and learning in your future. The traditions of medicine extend from antiquity to remind us not only of our past, but to point us to the future. As diagnostic methods and treatments continue to advance, we know one thing for certain. Beyond the science, the profession of medicine and the ability to relieve suffering, strive for a cure, comfort those who are facing difficult challenges, lies with you. Beyond the science, it's you. Each of you will be the critical ingredient for your patients. The one who extends the hands, listens to the patient's heart. It's you. MCW students are called to service, whether they find them themselves at the bedside here in Green Bay, around the country, or even on mission trips and other things around the world. Our mission is to serve the patients. To be a physician in the purest form is one human being with a science education, with compassion, empathy, possessing the benefit of medical knowledge, taking care of someone seeking to recover their health or preserve it. That's it. It's pretty simple. In all its complexity, you will take care of people and help them recover their health or preserve it. You've chosen to give your time, your strength, and your intellect to humankind. You're stepping forward today and making those closest to you aware that you are choosing this path. There's no shortage of diabetes, heart disease, cancer, many other diseases you'll treat in your career. This is perhaps the most difficult task you've set out to accomplish in your life as you begin your journey to become a physician. The physicians in this room, they represent those who've gone before. Their professional lives bear witness to the service to humanity. They represent a few of the many who will teach you. They'll equip you to serve others. The ceremony is not just a rite of passage. It's a recognition that you've achieved success in your studies. You've distinguished yourself worthy to enter the professional training for medicine. You interviewed with the community members, a group of them. They asked you hard questions. They selected you. As a community and a med school, we welcome you to MCW-Green Bay. In a few moments, we'll present you with the white coat. As Dr. Kirshner described, you're the physician student. You're becoming a part of that healing and service legacy that extends to the earliest days of civilization. It's meaningful. It comes with a duty to do your best. This really is the transition from simply meeting the prerequisites as a junior scientist to the reality that the better you prepare, the better the physician you will be. Ultimately, your patients benefit from that expertise to your devotion and the energy you invest. I've asked today's speakers to provide us with selected readings that illustrate the traditions of medicine. I would now invite Dr. Elizabeth Sanfilippo to the podium to provide the physician's pledge. Elizabeth?
As the contemporary successor to the 2,500-year-old Hippocratic Oath, the current version of the Declaration of Geneva, which was adopted by the World Medical Association in 2017, outlines in concise terms the professional duties of physicians and affirms the ethical principles of the global medical profession. As a member of the medical profession, I solemnly pledge to dedicate my life to the service of humanity. The health and well-being of my patient will be my first consideration. I will respect the autonomy and dignity of my patient. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. I will not permit considerations of age, disease or disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will respect the secrets that are confided in me, even after the patient has died. I will practice my profession with conscience and dignity and in accordance with good medical practice. I will foster the honor and noble traditions of the medical profession. I will give to my teachers, colleagues, and students the respect and gratitude that is their due. I will share my medical knowledge for the benefit of the patient and the advancement of healthcare. I will attend to my own health, well-being, and abilities in order to provide care of the highest standard. I will not use my medical knowledge to violate human rights and civil liberties, even under threat. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor.
Thank you, Dr. Sanfilippo. In recognition of the many traditions and the history that is the fabric of both our campus and of medicine, I've asked Dr. Ferguson to share with us the oath of Maimonides, which was one of the other traditional oaths for physicians. Dr. Ferguson?
Thanks, Dean Hunsiger, and it's nice to see all y'all. Good afternoon and congratulations. The eternal providence has appointed me to watch over the life and health of thy creatures. May the love for my art actuate me at all time. May neither avarice, nor miserliness, nor thirst for glory, or for a great reputation engage my mind. For the enemies of truth and philanthropy could easily deceive me and make me forget of my lofty aim of doing good to thy children. May I never see in the patient anything but a fellow creature in pain. Grant me the strength, time, and opportunity always to correct what I have acquired, always to extend its domain. For knowledge is immense, and the spirit of man can extend indefinitely to enrich itself daily with new requirements. Today he can discover his errors of yesterday, and tomorrow he can obtain a new light on what he thinks himself sure of today. O God, thou hast appointed me to watch over the life and death of thy creatures. Here am I ready for my vocation, and now I turn unto my calling.
Thanks. Appreciate that. I would now invite Sunny Debelak, my campus administrator here at MCW-Green Bay, to come to the podium to present the reflections from the students, which will lead into the presentation of the white coats. Sunny.
The class of 2025 was asked to pause for a moment to capture their thoughts as they enter the next phase of their journey to becoming physicians. After collecting these reflections, a sentence or two was selected from each and woven into one narrative. Much like these 25 individual voices will together create the story of MCW Green Bay's class of 2025. What follows is a compilation of those thoughts of these 25 individuals. I wanted to get as far away from Wisconsin as possible for college, but once I left, I realized how much this place meant to me. As I look forward to beginning my medical school education, I'm honored by and proud of the fact that I was selected to be part of this class. I can't wait to be part of a small class within the Green Bay community. Everyone asks me now if I'm excited to start medical school. I'm never sure what to say to that. I don't think excited is the right word to describe my feelings. The thought of starting medical school is overwhelming. I feel so many things: anxious, thankful, excited, proud, nauseous, and utterly terrified. I worry about the fire hose of information and adjusting to being a medical student. When I think about all the future family gatherings I will miss, hours of sleep I'll lose, and stress I will experience studying, I find myself wishing I did not want to be a doctor. I am honestly terrified of starting this new journey towards a medical career, despite it being all I have ever wanted since I can remember. I am nervous to face rigor like I have never experienced. The road to where we are today has been a long road. Perhaps there have been some bumps, a detour, or unforeseen bad weather on this journey. But whatever the way we got here, we are here. From the endless hours of studying, sacrificing time with friends and loved ones, to the revolving door of doubts and insecurities, this process has truly tested my abilities and desire to pursue medicine. This process has been draining. The constant criticism, rejection, and imposter syndrome have given me the opportunity to focus on my relationship with myself. Learning about ourselves, what we care about, who we are, and how we should treat ourselves is just as important as learning about scientific processes. It often seemed that for every step forward I took, there was something ready to push me 8 steps back. There have been roadblocks along the way, but in this moment, I'm grateful for all of the challenges I have faced. Every hardship I have faced along the way has made me braver, smarter, and stronger. Every setback and tear shed was worth it. A journey is worth more than wealth or status. In the end, it is worth the amount you progressed along the way. My biggest emotion is overwhelming gratitude for every single individual that contributed to my journey to medical school to this point. For every professor that supported my undergraduate research and used every opportunity, for every coworker that went above and beyond to explain patient care and procedures, for every mentor that welcomed me onto their team, and for every friend and family that stood beside me in this lengthy journey, thank you for your contribution to who I am as an individual, who I am becoming as a medical student, and who I will be as a future doctor. Through the support of my family and friends, I gained the confidence and the courage to apply to medical school. It is due to the support of the people around us that we never gave up. Thank you, family and friends, those near us, far away, or watching over us. This is a community accomplishment. I would not have been able to experience, achieve, or overcome any of this without my parents, siblings, family, and friends. I am truly blessed to be where I am today and to be starting medical school at MCW-Green Bay. I want to give a special thanks to my mom and dad for believing in me every step of the way, even when I didn't believe in myself. I eagerly await the relationships I will gain from this community. I am excited to learn from the collaborative medical community of Green Bay. I stand here today honored to fulfill this childhood dream, becoming a medical student and soon a physician. Now that it is finally time to receive my white coat, a dream that I've had for as long as I can remember, it doesn't quite feel real. It's not just my day, it's a celebration for every person that has influenced my life and made me into the person I am today. At this time, I would like to welcome our physician coders to the stage, Dr. Julia Sharif, Dr. Paul Pritchard, Dr. Jules Blank, Dr. Connor McCarthy, Dr. Jared West, Dr. Taylor Backus, Dr. Colin Hess, Dr. Padraig Abba, and Dr. Monica Perlo. I would now like to ask the students to come forward individually to be coded. Elizabeth Abeglin. Elizabeth is being coded by Dr. Julia Sharif. Elizabeth is from Reedsville, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree at the University of Wisconsin-Green Bay. Brenton Bushnell. Brenton is being coded by Dr. Paul Pritchard. Brenton is from St. George, Utah, and earned his undergraduate degree from Southern Utah University. Mackenzie Cavell. Mackenzie is being coded by Dr. Jules Blank. Mackenzie is from Green Bay, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree at the University of Minnesota Twin Cities. Abby Terveny. Abby is being coded by Dr. Connor McCarthy. Abby is from De Pere, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree at University of Wisconsin-La Crosse. Quinlan Duffy. Quinlan is being coded by Dr. Jared West. Quinlan is from Ripon, Wisconsin, and earned his undergraduate degree at Nova Southeastern University. Allison Eierman. Allison is being coded by her cousin, Dr. Taylor Backus. Allison is from Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Elizabeth Glenn. Elizabeth is being coded by Dr. Colin Hess. Elizabeth is from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and earned her undergraduate degree at Marquette University. Brody Gordon. Brody is being coded by Dr. Julia Sharif. Brody is from Superior, Wisconsin, and earned his undergraduate degrees at the University of Minnesota Duluth. Madeline Halama. Madeline is being coded by her mentor, Dr. Padraig Abma. Madeline is from Green Bay, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree at the University of Notre Dame. Tyson Kaufman. Tyson is being coded by Dr. Paul Pritchard. Tyson is from Stratford, Wisconsin, and earned his undergraduate degree at Concordia University, St. Paul. Manpreet Kaur. Manpreet is being coded by Dr. Jules Blank. Manpreet is from Middleton, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate and master's degree at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Tori Kostman. Tori is being coded by Dr. Connor McCarthy. Tori is from Boyceville, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree at St. Catherine University. Bryce Lauren. Bryce is being coded by Dr. Jared West. Bryce is from Two Rivers, Wisconsin, and earned his undergraduate degree at Marquette University. Elizabeth Martin. Elizabeth is being coded by Dr. Taylor Backus. Elizabeth is from De Pere, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree at Northern Michigan University. Adeline Maves. Adeline is being coded by Dr. Colin Hess. Adeline is from Knapp, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree at the University of Wisconsin, River Falls. Anna Meyer. Anna is being coded by Dr. Julia Sharif. Anna is from Eau Claire, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degrees at the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Derek Olson. Derek is being coded by Dr. Paul Pritchard. Derek is from Glenville, Minnesota, and earned his undergraduate degree at Winona State University and his doctorate of physical therapy at the College of St. Scholastica. Hannah Olson. Hannah is being coded by Dr. Jules Blank. Hannah is from Fairbanks, Alaska, and earned her undergraduate degree at Loyola University, Chicago. Gabriela Perez Bayo. Gabriela is being coded by Dr. Connor McCarthy. Gabriela is from Venezuela and earned her undergraduate degree at Texas A&M University. Molly Perry. Molly is being coded by Dr. Jared West. Molly is from Green Bay, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Reed Piatella. Reed is being coded by Dr. Taylor Backus. Reed is from Iron Mountain, Michigan, and earned his undergraduate degree at Ferris State University. Ignacio Peretti. Ignacio is being coded by his mother, Dr. Monica Perlo. Ignacio is from Cordoba, Argentina, and earned his undergraduate degree at Purdue University main campus. Samuel Schaefer. Samuel is being coded by Dr. Colin Hess. Samuel is from Oregon, Wisconsin, and earned his undergraduate degree at the University of Notre Dame. Mitchell Steckler. Mitchell is being coded by Dr. Julius Sharif. Mitchell is from Green Bay, Wisconsin, and earned his undergraduate degree at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Hannah Wheeler. Hannah is being coded by Dr. Paul Pritchard. Hannah is from Bozeman, Montana, and earned her undergraduate degree at Montana State University, Bozeman.
Please join me in giving them another round of applause. As I mentioned earlier, as we celebrate in this room, the community's going to be with us tonight to celebrate. And I asked Dr. Julia Sharif, who is a member of MCW-Green Bay's inaugural class and a 2018 graduate. She's currently in her fellowship in Madison in endocrinology, and I asked her to say a few words on behalf of the Community Advisory Board on which she serves here at MCW-Green Bay. Julia?
Oh, there's a copy here too. Okay. Good afternoon, and thank you for the introduction, Dr. Hunsaker. As Dr. Hunsaker stated, I was a member of the class of 2018 at MCW Green Bay in its infancy. I still remember the first MCW-Green Bay Day, which I believe is July 1st, and how we actually didn't even know that was going to happen that day, but how cool it was to be part of something new. You'll probably hear this over and over again if you haven't already, which I think we did. Medical school is like trying to drink from a fire hose. It's that phrase. I mean, it's not the greatest analogy in my opinion. It's more like Niagara Falls, and you and your classmates are standing directly below it. But the reality of that collective mindset and goal and the fact that you're doing it together is what got me through the hard days. When I first set foot in clinic as a medical student, I was immediately terrified and questioning most of my life choices. I had my stethoscope on backwards for most of the day, and I couldn't figure out my pen light. Actually, even in residency, I actually mistook one of my patients' dentures for a rare gum disease. Day one of residency, actually. But my preceptors made me feel welcome, encouraged me to ask questions, and to be confident, but not too confident. The growth that you will go through over the next 3 years will be surprising, challenging, and wonderful. And what an exciting journey it will be. Being a physician will be one of the greatest privileges and challenges you will ever encounter, especially after a global pandemic. I feel even more humbled to be given this responsibility. I applaud you all for joining us and taking up that call. Green Bay is a big little town with minimal traffic and surprisingly a good food scene. And no, not just cheese curds, although they're very good. It's the home of the Green Bay Packers and the infamous Green Bay Game Day. Construction on US 41 that's been going on since my birth doesn't stop any Green Bay folks from braving the bitter cold for a game. It's dedication, it's loyalty, and probably very thick snow pants that allow this to happen. One of the most striking aspects of my education at MCW Green Bay is how the community embraced us. Green Bay is my hometown. I had been there all my life, and yet there was something so surprising about how much support and enthusiasm enveloped us on that day and for the years after. I hope you can sense the excitement in this room today and know not just your own, but the excitement of the community members, faculty, staff, family, and friends who surround you today. We are also honored that you've chosen to start your medical journey here with us and looking forward to seeing the physicians that you will become. Welcome to Green Bay, class of 2025, and welcome to medicine.
Thank you, Dr. Sharif, Julia. At this time, I'd like to ask the class of 2025 to join me here at the stage. Out in front. It was mentioned earlier, we need to take the moment and acknowledge friends, families, significant others who provided you with the support needed to be here today. Each of us who is a physician owes a debt of gratitude to our families, our patients, our teachers that we never fully repay. Their support, their courage, the endurance they share with us is a testament to their love. We're asking now that your families and those who are a significant part of your lives affirm that they will sustain your spirit with love and support. They'll commit today to supporting the sacrifices you'll make while becoming a physician. Will they remind you of this day and the hardest times that you have speak words of kindness when you need it most? When the demands of your duties as a physician and the balance you seek in your personal life intersect in conflict, will they provide you with the encouragement, the affection that you need to go on? I would ask now the families, mentors, and significant others who've joined us, of our newest students, will you support them in this journey? I would ask you to commit to your student and signify your affirmation with saying with me, we will. I'm confident that the 25 of you are the embodiment of our hopes for the next generation of physicians. Congratulations, student doctors. we're extremely proud to welcome you to the profession of medicine. You're now student doctors. This will conclude our white coat ceremony. I want to thank all of you for being here with us today. I would ask that you remain seated until the students have exited. You can meet your students at the back of the room, and I look forward to sharing with you in the fellowship and the fun this evening at the Botanical Gardens. One more clap for the class of 25.